Hi guys, it's Ryan G. right here with DoHardMoney.com, coming to you with a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. Glad you're with me today. Today's question is, what is the easiest way to get a loan with bad credit? We're gonna jump right into that, but before we do, if you have a question of the day you'd like me to answer about real estate investing, personal finance, type it in the comments below. And if you're rated as the question of the day, I'll be answering that question for you and for everybody else that are subscribers. So, bad credit. It depends on if you're trying to get a loan for yourself, for a property for you to live in, or if you're trying to get a loan for an investment property. So that's gonna be different. If you've got bad credit and you wanna buy a home you're gonna live in, the easiest way to do that is to get seller financing, where you actually don't involve a bank. You go to a person and you ask them if they will finance it for you. This is typically a seller that's having a hard time selling a property. It's gonna be very difficult in today's market, but depending upon what market we're in, that's gonna make a difference. Now, some people would rather sell their property, especially if they own it free and clear, and get a little bit along the way, rather than getting all of it at once and having all the tax consequences. So another way you can do that is getting seller financing on a property that's owned free and clear and making payments to them. What basically happens is you become the owner, they become the lender, you pay them like the bank, and the individual that used to be the owner is the bank now, and if you don't pay them, then they can take the property back. So that's a great way of doing it if you have bad credit. The next thing is, if your credit's decent but it's got some blemishes, the next thing you want to be looking at is getting an FHA loan. FHA is going to be typically the most reasonable for people that have some credit dings. They just want to make sure you don't have, collections and judgments and you're not in the middle of a bankruptcy. Otherwise, they'll typically be able to lend to you as long as you meet the debt to income requirements that they're going to be looking for. There is some credit requirements, but it's not as stringent as what you're dealing with some of the other loans that are out there. So check that out as well. Now, let's talk about if you're an investor. Let's say you're an investor and you're wanting to go out there and invest in some properties. How are you going to do that if you don't have great credit? Well, luckily the term hard money is made for people in that situation. Hard money is lending on the hard asset rather than the soft assets. Now, the hard asset is the property itself, not the soft assets, which is going to be your income, your debt to income, your experience, and those types of things. And that's typically what a bank's going to look at is how long you've been on the job. What's the likelihood that job's going to be able to continue? Do we have any concerns with that? They're looking at saying, what's the likelihood I'm going to get paid back? Where a hard money lender is looking at saying, how much value is there in the property? If there's enough value in the property, I'm gonna lend based upon the property, not based upon the individual. I'm gonna lend based upon the hard asset. So getting a hard money loan is gonna be the very best way if you're looking to get investing if you don't have the best of credit. Now, just like a traditional loan though, if you're in the middle of a bankruptcy, it's not gonna work out. If you got a bunch of collections, if you've got Guido that's coming after you because you owe money, that's not gonna work out. You don't have to have great credit, you don't have to have a great job, you don't have to have debt to income ratios, but you do need to make sure you don't have collections and judgments and you're not in the middle of a bankruptcy. So those are some things if you're looking at a bad credit loan. If this video has been helpful, hit that thumbs up button and let me know that it's been helpful for you. A couple of videos that I think you should check out. I've got one on how to get loans for investment properties. I'll go into some more details that I know is going to be really helpful for you. And then I've got another video on FHA versus conventional loans, which goes along with what we were just barely talking about on the FHA versus conventional. I know both of these will be helpful for you. Now, if you want some help in real estate investing, if you want some help finding some properties, if you want some help understanding how to do these things, check us out over at DoHardMoney.com. We have tools, resources, videos, software, finding properties, and finance money to help you in your real estate investing. And we'd love to chat with you and see if we're a good fit for each other. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.